This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. The Blazers will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
He's still filling in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So UAB's offense will get first crack at it today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a...
That's a fumble on the play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And the Blazers moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Let's talk for just a second about UAB. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. And so the quarterback takes one for the team on the roughing the passer penalty, and it'll be first down. Using his legs to buy some time. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Bowling Green Falcons offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Dropping back, it's Gossett. Finds his man, it's Clay. There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Falcons. With a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bettis. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Falcons are on the move. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Touchdown Falcons! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. On the ground, it's Nichols. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That's reeled in. It's Nichols.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
He's got it on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Blazers in the hurry up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Ward. Finds his tight end.
Listen, I know that gain didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved in the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It'll be 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Got his man downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. Looking for a man. It's Gossett. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And the defense holds. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Darrisaw. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Falcons really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback keeps it. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Let's go! Let's go!
Back to pass. It's Gossett. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Now the pressure is on to keep pace as they start this drive trailing 21-10. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blazers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the left side. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Blazers will hustle to the line. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Using his legs, it's Nichols.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Rides the back and leaves it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Blazers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Ward. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Really couldn't ask for much more than this. An early 21-10 lead on the ball. Trying to beat him to the left. Running into the open space. Got the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Caught over the middle. It's Bettis. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, BG. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Makes the grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pull.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Blazers are in the hurry-up.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. to the air. It's Gossett. It's on target and complete. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch. Got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Clay. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming.
Come on, set.
Looking for a man. It's Gossett. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It is good! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter in this kickoff team. running. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll go to the ground. Got a little space. Fighting off the defender. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. All right, guys, let's look at the situation for UAB. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt, man. Just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. To the ground. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more. Lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they... Off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Back to throw, it's Ward. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blazers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Oh, man, they've already... One quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All down the... enough to move the chains.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Quickly to the tight end. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to throw, it's Gossett. Steps away. Fires on the move. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Bowling Green. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Gossett. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Klein. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Blazers want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got a man, it's Nichols. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Off the play fake. Right on the money. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Working that left side now. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going astray.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Ward. He's got the tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got...
Tight end trying to get in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it here on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far there in Northwest Ohio today. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Dwight L. Perry Stadium.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
They really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Blazers decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And the returner will be brought down. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. To the air, it's Gossett. Pulls it in, it's Darrisaw. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Last completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, BG. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll go to the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And the Blazers will punt this one away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Gossett. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bettis. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays overnight.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Falcons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Falcons.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
UAB 17.
If you can do... I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking the shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Ward. Pulls it in, it's Nichols. Really short gain on that one, defense all over it. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Flying down the right side. Pass to 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Blazers.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. It's complete. At midfield, he's got room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bowling Green. And they take it in for 6 more points. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
24.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Ward. Makes the grab, it's Klein. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Blazers in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Blazers have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Klein.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blazers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period. Bowling Green is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's got 1st down yardage as they move into the 44.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
On the move. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
quarterback will keep it. To the 15. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have.
Touchdown, BG! A great... to run for 6. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this always is the debate of where you fall.
Oh, they block it. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
24.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Scanning the field, it's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He'll do it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Klein. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nichols. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Trying play action. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, UAB. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Makes the grab. It's Bettis. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snagged in the middle. It's Klein. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Clay.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Blazers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here for